Once again, I am very late. What happened? Anyway, yeah, I suck at this. Like, procrastination hard sucks, and being sad sucks. But that's just me being me. BD Brazy, if you have anything funny to say it to my face. You and I, outside the McDonald's, we're gonna fucking fight. But we have to be in social distancing and with masks because we can't go out in public because we are in quarantine, which my base does not in here, and it's really hard, and it's like I'm scared up there most of the times now. Anyway, let's do something a little more lighthearted. Like I said in the beginning, I'm late with this week's podcast. I don't know what went wrong. I do know what went wrong. I won't say it though. Didn't I say it in the beginning? Oh well, anyway, last week, this is 2021, this is like the third week of this year. So far it's okay, not a lot of games so far, but like, this is only the beginning. I just started No More Heroes 2, which I can say right now it's better than No More Heroes 1, but like that's the thing with the sequel, it's better than the first one usually. But last year gaming, I thought I wouldn't play a lot of games because of the Navy. I was wrong, I played quite a few, and the thing is, up until July, I was not in the Navy. After July, August, all of that towards the end, I was in the Navy, and I thought, okay, I won't play much video game because I have no time. I was wrong, happily wrong, because I do have a lot of time up there, free time, which makes me play a lot of games. And in this year, last year was no exception. It was really good gaming year-wise for me. And I'm not talking about new releases, I mean games overall. I already did this sort of podcast where I mentioned 10 games from last year, and I'm gonna do it again. And I mean like games I played the year, not games that were released that year. So you might see a lot of old games like for the DS, which I have played a lot last year. So that out of the way, I'm gonna start with number 10. Which is Hatsune Miku Project DIVA MegaMix. And all I can say is, it's the arcade game for the Switch. I know a lot of people don't like the arcade game for some reason because like, it's an arcade game made for consoles, and MegaMix is essentially like, I fucking love the fucking pun by the way, it's MegaMix. It's like the best hits. Anyway, but I think Sega did a good enough job making it portable, and I like it because I do like rhythm games. And for the Switch, I've been missing one. I know there was like voice and some more demo, I think. I want to try that one day. But like, I couldn't get into it. So like, having a game that I'm comfortable with makes me happy. Would I rather have a new game, obviously. But I think MegaMix does a good enough job to satisfy my craving. And the new songs, like the 10 new songs exclusive for a while for this game is really good. Like 39 music, thank you music, whatever you call it. And On Hell, Juliet Night, what you call it, from Michigan, really fucking good. I really like playing those songs. And it's the first time I ever heard Jitterbug. I love that song a lot. It's like, it's a game, it's a port of from the PS4 for the Switch, and I think it's done its job really well. It runs great for the most part. Sometimes it does dip frames, especially during Zenbo Sakura. But other than that, I think it runs great, and it really just helped me with my rhythm craving. And there isn't a lot much to say because it is a port of the arcade game made for the PS4 that was made for the Switch. I am not really a fan of the DLC because like, it's just adding the songs that's missing. Good for you, but like, it's Sega. They're not really good with fucking DLC. Just look at the way they make Atlas to the DLC. It's just fucking sad. But like, that's why it's so low on the list, because like, it's an arcade game made for the PS4 for the Switch. It does its job, and it makes me happy so I can actually play Project DIVA on the go. And I do play with my Switch on handheld a lot because like, So that was number 10. Now we go to number 9, which I hate putting it so low. But like, I had in time for the Switch was not really well optimized, and it's a really bad port overall. And the reason why it's so fucking low on my list, I absolutely love the game. The characters, the music, everything about it is so bloody fun. And the thing is, when I was in the Navy, up in my base I'm in during the afternoon where I'm not doing anything, and I was playing a lot of Super Mario Odyssey, and I'm like, I replayed through the game quite a few times, like from the start to the beginning. So I wanted something new, and I heard of a Hat in Time, and I thought, it's for the Switch, why not? And it was on special offer during the time, so I'm like, it's perfect. I bought it, 16 gigabytes. I'm like, that's quite a lot for a Switch game, especially for this game. And then knowing how much it was for the PS4 and like on Steam overall. But I bought it anyway, and from the beginning you can tell like a lot of pixel, it's just not very well optimized, and I hate saying that because, and it was hard in the beginning because there was some frame rate drops and all that, but But I look past that and I still had an amazing time going through chapter 2, Dead Bird Studio for the first time, and then the battle for the 42 award. Made me absolutely love the game, but the port is really poor, and I hate saying it. I later on buy the PS4 version. Like, you think I'll buy the Steam version? I will not. I think my laptop can run it. I don't know why. I'm just being dumb. But the PS4 version, like, you can tell, like, oh my god, it's so much better because it runs well. So it makes me sad that they were really lazy with the Switch part. I don't know, lazy, rush, whatever. But like, they could have done a way better job. But despite all that, I enjoyed everything about it. Having time, it was a little bit short, but it was an indie game, and I enjoyed it. The music, especially a hat kid, whatever you call her. Fun protagonist, amazing. The gameplay overall is really tight, even though there were some hiccups, especially with some bosses. Not much, but I can really chalk it up for there being a really bad Switch port. Even like, I love Ahead in Time, and I recommend the game for any 3D platformer, but not for the Switch. The Switch port could have been so much better by like a lot of different options, but it's the only console version with the DLC, and the Seal the Deal was really fun. I haven't done all of it because most of them are really hard, and the way they run on the Switch does not make it ideally. But like, on this Steam, very much recommend. So, and everywhere else except for the Switch. And number 8, we have the Super Mario 3D Collection. It's because of nostalgia. The next one as well is purely nostalgic. Actually, most of the games on the list are fucking ports, by the way. Make of that what you will of me, but I enjoyed them. Anyway, with the Mario 3D Collection, there's a lot of controversy, obviously, because like, oh my god, limited release and all that stuff. But like, I don't gonna get into that. I don't really care because I'm just a consumer. I'll just buy what I see. Anyway, and the thing is, with the two of the games, I haven't played 64 yet because I feel like the game is old, but like, Galaxy I played as a kid, and I really have a lot of nostalgia to that game, and playing through it again on the Switch, it was really fun. It feels like going back home as a kid. And I always wanted to play through Super Mario Sunshine, but it's like it was for the GameCube, and while I did have the Wii, I could not find like a copy of the game without going online. And back then as a kid, I didn't really think it was an option because you also needed to buy the controller, and I'm like, too much work. So playing through Sunshine for the first time was really fun. It's like, yeah, my little kid self deep inside my fucking heart is enjoying himself. Even though I think Sunshine runs weird, but maybe that's just me being too young for old video games. I think they came out the same year I was born. And like, but playing through Sunshine and Galaxy 3 again, which is like reliving a little part of me that I really enjoyed, especially the music. God, Galaxy's soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal all around. And unlike Ahead in Time, it's a port done really well. It's solid. No frame rate, I guess, as it was for the Wii and GameCube and 64, but still, it run great. Never had any hiccups. Everything loaded great, and the fact that the game features a soundtrack, I thought that was pretty cool. I like when games do that. Again, it's a port for the Wii for the Switch, but it's like, it's solid, and I do wish they added Super Mario Galaxy 2 because like it makes sense, like, but still, I enjoyed it overall. The limited release is fucking whack, not gonna lie, but that's just Nintendo being Nintendo. I'm not getting really into it because like, I'm too dumb for this. Anyway, speaking of ports, the next game was Okami HD for the Switch, and like, I played through Okami when I was a kid once, like 9 times actually, but the thing is, I never really appreciated because I never read through the story, because back then as a kid I couldn't really read English that well. English is not my first language, obviously, and the thing is, I never really read the dialogue in any of my video games as a kid, but growing older, I understand reading better than that, better than when I was a kid. Anyway, so when I've been playing through Okami, again, actually reading the dialogue, I absolutely fell in love with it. Everything about it was absolutely hilarious, and unlike Ahead in Time, the port is really well. Like, Zero Okami is a game that's been ported to fucking everything. I think it was on for the PS4, and then PS3, and then Xbox, and now the Switch, and it's like, it's getting there everywhere now. But it's like, it's because I think it's a really good game. Everything about it, during the graphics, the characters, and the music. Two of my favorite composers, Layton and Hiroshi Oh my god, Yamaguchi? I think that's his name. No, that's the guy who did a lot of Sega stuff. It's Rei Kondo and like Hiroshi. Wait for it, I'm having an aneurysm trying to figure it out. It's I'm using my break brain. Hiroshi Yamaguchi. Yo, I was fucking right. I'm thinking there's a lot of Hiroshis that are my favorite composer. Anyway, I absolutely love the work in Okami and it's absolutely shiny. It still amazes me. Like, Okami is a really old game and its soundtrack is absolutely high quality crap. My favorite track is definitely The Sun Rises and there's a scene for the snow areas. Like, I remember Kamui Village or something, not Kamui Village, something about Kamui Valley. I love those tracks. They're really, really good, especially Yamato no Orochi's themes. I think they're really kick-ass. Everything about the game during the story, the mythology that's based around, everything is really cool. Another scene, and it's a game that really holds up to this day. And it was the first time I ever 100%ed. Like, back then I never bothered with all the stray beats, but this time around I decided to go for them and I enjoyed it immensely. It's really, really fun. Do I recommend it? Yeah, it's pretty much any modern console, and like, unlike Ahead in Time, the ports are really bloody good. Well, we're going through this fast. I don't know, do I want to get this over with? I want to take my time. I am tired, not gonna lie, but like, I've been really, really procrastinating hard. I took a nap this afternoon, which I've never done for a long time because of the base and all that stuff, the army. But like, oh well, that was a cool ass nap, not gonna lie. Anyway, number 6. This year, I finally finished my Professor Layton games, like the original saga, with the last game being Professor Layton and the Last Spectre, and the Spectre Calls, I think, in the UK. And it was really good. That's why for my number 6 spot, I'm putting Professor Layton in the Pandora's Box HD mobile version. I know, even though I did love Spectre's Call, Pandora's Box for the mobile, for the fucking smartphone, I don't know what you call it. Can I even say it like that? Anyway. But it's because of nostalgia. I love Spectre Calls, don't get me wrong. Everything about it was really fun. But Pandora's Box holds a special place to my heart. Anyway, when I first went to the military, when I was inside my base, I decided I'm going to be bored a lot in the beginning because there's so much crap. And I want something familiar with me other than my music. And then I'm like, I should buy one of the Professor Layton ports. And I decided to go with Pandora's Box because that's the game I hold dearest to me. And we're playing it through for the phone. Like, it was done really well. The game is actually quite beautiful, the art style and everything about it, but the DS butchers it badly. And overall, I think the port is really, really solid. And the changes from the 2-screen to 1-screen, I think it's very not noticeable. It's very seamless transition, and I compliment that. And seeing the cutscene in HD, again, beautiful. You don't realize how much DS butchers everything, the sound quality to everything. It's like, oh my god. So playing it like crisp, as in like clear as crystal and all that stuff, is really, really pretty. And I enjoyed it. The puzzles are giving me a headache, but then I'm like, the minute it gives me a headache, I'm gonna Google it. I am not smart. And hearing Iris for the first time, it's amazing, but fuck me, the story is so fucking whack and stupid. It's like, okay, Anton, this is not your daughter. This is your granddaughter. The one daughter you had with Sophia, yeah, she's fucking dead, but your granddaughter's alive. That's a fucking bright side. I don't know, if I was Anton, I'd be like, she's my granddaughter, so what the fuck, what happened to my daughter? It's like, okay. Other than that, it's a really sweet story, and I like the puzzle, the last puzzle. The one where you have to open the box. I think it was really, really cute. And the ending theme, Iris, is like adorable. Anyway, halfway through the list, we're just going through this, aren't we? And it's finally a DS game. Pokemon Rangers Guardian of Almia. I fucking love the Pokemon Ranger game so much. And Guardian of Almia, for me, it's very special. I had the game card as a kid, but I could never finish it because, I don't know, I lost the cartridge. I think I accidentally ruined it and I could never access it, and then I lost the cartridge overall, and I'm like, that's sad. I could never beat the game, but I absolutely love Pokemon Ranger because it's such a fun series. I like drawing circles, okay? So I lost it and I could never beat it until I decided to hack my 3DS. I'm not gonna fucking hide it, I hacked it and I'm like, yeah, I can do some DS ROM because why the fuck not? And I did, and then I finally played through Guardian of Almia from the beginning to end. I'm not gonna get into the technical side of the thing, but I was like, oh, you played the game as a kid, like, why are you putting it on the games you played last year? And I'm like, I beat the game last year, so that's what I'm doing. And I did it, and I'm doing it right now. And I enjoyed it. It's like finally completing something I set out as a child, and I did it. Everything about the game is absolutely hilarious, and I love it. And it reminds me of a JRPG Maker type of game, and I am really glad I played it and finished it. I haven't bothered with the side content, I just did the main story mode. And it surprisingly holds up to the day. I doubt the Pokemon Ranger series will ever come back because like the style fit for the DS perfectly. The way the capture system works where you have to draw circles all the time, it just works for the DS. And I don't know about and I tried getting into the newer one and the Guardian Signs or something. Legendary Signs. I don't know, the third and the last one, but like I stopped playing with my 3DS and started playing with my Switch more, so like that sucks. Anyway, speaking of the Switch, I finally played through No More Heroes. That's in my 4th spot. And I really like the game. It's like, even though it's a Wii game, it's old, it's clunky. The game has a lot of charm thanks to its character and story and its music. It's like, those three combinations just works perfectly. A lot of the bosses. My favorite being Speedbuster, March 13 Elephant, whatever her theme is fucking kick-ass. And Harvey Molotskovorsky, his theme is funky as hell. And then you have the final boss theme, We Are Finally Cowboys, even though I haven't beaten him. I fucking went into New Game Plus, so that fucking screwed me over getting the real ending. That's smart of me. They're all really, really good themes, especially Paradise for Breakfast. I love that theme so much. Everything about it. And my favorite character is the fucking receptionist to the DVD store. She's amazing. Every time after a fucking ranked battle, I'm just excited to hear the fucking voice because they're so fucking funny. This game as a whole is humor in the back, even though graphic-wise it looks a bit funky, and I think the sequel looks so much better. But like, I haven't beaten the sequel yet. I'm playing it this year. So like, I'm stuck with the first game, and overall it does hold up very okay-ish, okay? I won't say it's a complicated gameplay-wise, but I feel like the bosses and characters make it all worth it. And it's like, it's a game I always wanted to play as a kid, but I doubt if my parents ever when they see me play it, they'll be like, yeah, no, because oh my god, the game is fucking vulgar as much. I said fucking a lot, I realize that, but still, vulgar and bloody. Sometimes a little bit too much, but still. Anyway, getting to the last 3, and you'll be surprised that I haven't mentioned a Kingdom Hearts title because last year I was so into it and I still am. But like finally, number 3 we have Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories. Finally, another rhythm game I enjoy a lot. Even though it's on a little bit of the easy side, the thing is, if you're into Project DIVA and you can do most of the extreme shots, like, I mean for the regular games, like for the PS Vita and the PS4, I mean X, F, and F2, if you can do extreme modes and get perfect on them, most other rhythm games seem really easy at this point in my opinion. But other than all, Melody of Memories is a great game because I love the music in Kingdom Hearts. Yoko Shimomura, the other two, I like their works a lot, but I cannot remember their names. I'm gonna look them up because I like giving recognition a lot. Tsuyoshi Sekito and obviously Takeharu Ishimoto. Their work for the Kingdom Hearts series is absolutely phenomenal and I love it. And they have it all in a game with really good, for the most part, some of the music charts seem funky. Like I can hear the rhythm and then you're putting it in the background, it's weird. Overall, it's a very solid rhythm game and I like the story. I am so excited to see where the story goes in the next game, but that's still too much early to say and I do not like thinking about it because like, Kingdom Hearts can go fucking anywhere and it makes me so excited. But strictly picking up Melody of Memory, the rendition of Dearly Beloved makes sure solidify the spot as number 3. The reason why I put it on number 3 though is because like the other 2 games are so much better in my opinion. One of them is another Kingdom Hearts game. I wonder if you can guess what it is. And for me, it was great. I loved it. Rhythm game as a whole, music wise. I did wish they used for Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I wish they used the fucking orchestrated version they did for the remixes like 1.5 and 2.5. For some reason they decided to use the original media for the VO2. I don't understand that. Why? You have amazing quality orchestrated version of the song, but you decided to do that? I get it's because they wanted to put in the nostalgia from people who play the past games. So they made me disappointed, but like Pirate Cage was really butchered. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but I have no idea. The theme for Wonderland. What's that what you call Wonderland? Neverland. From Kingdom Hearts 1. It sounds weird on the PS2, not gonna lie. But other than that, and I did wish there was more Kingdom Hearts 3 tracks. I did like playing through Let It Go, but I really wish we had Miracle in Frozen Land or whatever you called it. The overall theme for Arendelle. And again, I enjoyed it a lot. Now number 2 is Animal Crossing for New Horizon. New Horizon helps me through a lot last year, with everything during quarantine and with the military. After my radar shift, playing through a little bit of Animal Crossing just helps me so much, you won't believe it. I know a lot of people criticize this game, like there's not a lot in it yet, and there's like so many other reasons, but for me it holds a special place. I remembering during we doing online classes because of the virus hitting, I would just mute the camera, of course, because who the fuck does that? Listen to the teacher, and I'm just planting flowers. I also beat Dark Souls 1 Gwyn during Greek class, which is amazing, but still, this is Animal Crossing we're talking about, and it was enjoyable. I loved it, and it was also a game that really makes me bond. It was a game that me and my sister really bond to the point where she bought her own console just for the game. It was amazing. She and I, we played through the game a lot together, and it's like, I don't think she understands it, but I fucking cherish that a lot. And New Horizon overall just helps me relax when I'm having a really bad day in the Navy, having old people shout at me because like, I don't know, what do they expect from an 18-year-old? I do my best, don't get me wrong, I'm not like a fucking asshat, but like, most of them are rude. I'm glad not a lot of people like you and like people do go through mandatory military service. I burped, don't get me started. But it's not fun at all, and I'm glad most people will never have to go through it. So like New Horizon helps me a lot, even though New Leaf was my first Animal Crossing game, and I do hold that game a lot. New Horizon is slowly just makes my life less shitty at the moment, and it's great. I'm not a big fan of the winter season though. I like snow like any other basic bitch, but I miss my green scenery. Now before going through the number 1, I do have some honorable mention. One of them being Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far package. Everything about it, I love it. The first game, Not Reaching of Memory, Kingdom Hearts 2 Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, and Fragmentary Passage. I love them all. But like, they were gonna make the entire list of Kingdom Hearts. I probably could, but I'm like, I should not, because I should be smart. So I'm not gonna do that. But like, it was really fun, especially playing through during quarantine. It's like, the minute lockdown happened, everything went perfectly. And the stars aligned and I played through it all. I remember doing woodwork in the morning and just playing through Birth by Sleep. It was great. And honorable mention is 358/2 and Dream Drop Distance. And I'm talking about the games for the DS and for the 3DS. I think they're very impressively done. Like, especially 358/2 days. It's like, it was made for the DS and the game runs pretty solidly. It's like, oh my god, it's a Kingdom Hearts game that's on the DS. Sure, it looks like absolute horseshit, but still, it's like impressively made for the DS. Especially the fact that there was like the cutscene. I know there was a lot of pre-rendered, but like, I was really impressed by it playing through the DS on my own. And again, Dream Drop Distance, like, holy crap, it's a game, Kingdom Hearts games akin to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for the 3DS. That's amazing. Another honorable mention is Catherine Full Body, because I finally played through a Catherine game. I haven't beaten it, that's why it's not on the list. All I can say is so far, I like it. It's really hard for a puzzle game, and that's me. I love puzzle games. And it's like very, very hard even for me. And all I can say is so far that I think Catherine with the K is best girl, bar none. There's no competition, fight me on this. Anyway, my number one game of last year was definitely Kingdom Hearts 3. It's no shock really, I just bumped my mic and the spike is real, but still. Kingdom Hearts 3 was such an amazing experience. It's like playing through all the past games, watching all the cutscenes for them, watching the movies for them, and then playing through Kingdom Hearts 3 was such an amazing experience. Like I remember like Kingdom Hearts 3 looked so interesting, but then I'm like I should not play the game right away because like it would be so much better if I played through the other games, which I was completely right. And last year, even now, I am like more experimental when it comes to game because like ever since playing through Final Fantasy 15, a game where I was very skeptical about it, but I bought it because like I wanted to try something new. And now in Kingdom Hearts 3 was a result. Kingdom Hearts series was a result. Now I'm really into Square Enix because playing through Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts. And it makes me more experimental overall because I'm trying new things when it comes to gaming and music and everything. And Kingdom Hearts 3, everything about it, the gameplay, the story, the music, oh my god, the music and story was, it's like simply put, amazing, bombastic, so fucking worth it. And the Remind DLC again, it's amazing. I find when I beat Yuzora and Master Xehanort, there was like the biggest accomplishment in video games ever. I love it. And especially the music and characters, as I mentioned, that they're really, really good. Everything was a massive payout. I know a lot of people shit on Kingdom Hearts story, but I'm gonna say it right. I think it's absolutely perfect. Tetsuya Nomura know how to make a fucking wild ride with amazing character design and characters and story and everything. And everything else also helps it. It's like this charm. It has its own charm. Kingdom Hearts 3 and overall is so unique, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is like an accumulation of all that. Everything about it, especially Dearly Beloved. I love that track so much. I just like Kingdom Hearts 3 so much. I love Kingdom Hearts so much now. It's weird, like it's almost the 1 year anniversary of me being in Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time. Fun fact. And now I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 again through Proud Mode, and it's like, oh my god, it's hard, but like really fun. And that's how I really talk. That's how I really describe Kingdom Hearts. Really fun and hard and kind of stupid, but that's what makes it so good and why I enjoy it so far. Anyway, 2020 started off really well for me and then ended shitly, and 2021 seemed to start shit but then ended greatly. But as for now, like gaming wise, it was just amazing. Kingdom Hearts 3 and No Horizon really helps me out overall, because like if it wasn't for them, those games, I would not be still happy, and I would just say the army will make me depressed. Last year was the first time I went to therapy, and that was amazing. Anyway, thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Hopefully I will upload it the next week once on time, but we'll see.